Sally, a Georgia licensed real estate broker, acts as agent for buyers and sellers in real estate transactions. She also manages an apartment building for an investor. She has two escrow trust accounts, one for the transaction and the other for the rental property. Is this a violation of Georgia license law? No, because a broker may maintain more than one trust account, but must notify the commission the additional account. Therefore, Sally did not violate Georgia's license law by having two escrow accounts, as long as she notified the commission of the additional account. How old must a licensee be in order to obtain a broker license? 21 years old. To obtain an associate broker or broker license, a salesperson must be at least 21 years old to practice. Although the individual may take the exam at age of 20 and complete 60 instructional hours in broker's course of a study approved by the commission, the applicant must serve at least 2 years of active licensure. How many escrow trust accounts, if any, may Georgia broker open without violating the law? Several, as long as the broker notified the commission. A broker may maintain more than one trust account, but must notify the commission of the additional account. And client must agree to the disposition of interest. Susan is a licensed real estate salesperson in Tennessee and resides in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Susan applied to be licensed as a salesperson in Georgia. Susan must file with the Georgia Real Estate Commission a written statement that appoints the real estate commissioner to act as the licensee agent, upon whom all judicial and legal notice are directly when being served. Maria is an employee of Judy Polk, a Georgia real estate broker. Judy has a written property management agreement with Atlanta Apartment, Inc., a company that owns several apartment complexes. Judy has a written agreement with Maria authorizing Maria to show apartments to potential rental and to receive lease application. Maria lives in a condominium and manages the condominium, providing limited service to the homeowners association. What type of license is Maria required to have? Neither a real estate license nor community association management license is required. Maria is not required to have a real estate or community association license. Georgia real estate broker then keeps $500 on his own account in his designated broker trust account because the bank requires $500 as a minimum deposit. Dan's water heater in his residence springs a leak, and he uses his escrow account check in the amount of $240 to pay the plumber. The next day, Dan makes a deposit of $240 of his own money to cover the check. Has Dan committed a violation? Yes, because a broker may only withdraw money designated as a broker's fund by a check made payable to the broker. Dan has committed a violation by using an escrow account check to pay the plumber. Sarah as an Alabama licensed real estate broker, enters into a verbal agreement with a Georgia broker to conduct real estate brokerage business in Georgia. Sarah does not have a Georgia real estate license. Which statement is true about Sarah's situation? Sarah can conduct real estate brokerage business in Georgia, but she must have a written agreement with a Georgia broker. Without a Georgia real estate license, one can conduct real estate brokerage business, but must have a written agreement with a Georgia broker. Georgia, a real estate broker, Cheryl rents a storage unit to store the files from real estate closing in which her firm acted as a real estate broker. The storage unit was getting full, so she disposed of the files that were 4 or more years old. In another action later that week, Cheryl obtained an earnest money check from the buyer from a house that Cheryl had listed. The sale contract did not specify that Cheryl's firm would pay interest to the buyer or seller on the earnest money. Cheryl deposited the check in a designated escrow account at the bank that paid the interest to Cheryl. Has Cheryl committed a violation of the Georgia's law? Yes. As to the action on interest-bearing escrow only, Cheryl has committed a violation by depositing the check into a designated escrow account at the bank that paid the interest to her. When a salesperson is selling a real estate in his or her own name, he or she must all of this. When a salesperson is selling a real estate in his or her own name, he or she must notify his or her broker of the sale, not advertise in a manner indicating that such advertising is made by a private party not licensed by the commission, and disclose that he or she is acting as a principal in the transaction. Within 1 year of the issuance of an original salesperson license, the salesperson must complete an approved post-license course of at least 25 instructional hours. Within 1 year of the issuance of the original license, the salesperson must complete an approved post-license course of at least 25 hours of instructional hour. Sally, a Georgia licensed real estate broker, acts as an agent for buyer and seller in real estate transaction. She also manages an apartment building for an investor. She has 2 escrow trust accounts, one for the transaction and the other for the rental property. Is this a violation in Georgia's license law? No, because a broker may maintain more than 1 trust account, but must notify the commissioner of the additional account. Sally did not violate Georgia license law by having 2 escrow accounts, as long as she notified the commissioner of the additional account.